This is The Real Chat, where we discuss the real.
From relationships to love.
To all around companionship.
I'm LL.
And I am Sunny.
Let's get to chatting. So Sonny, does it, in the dating app, is it the thing of, like you said, you want to be honest. Mm-hmm. You want to put on there, if you want kids, you want to have a friendship first,
yes.
Building into something meaningful and lasting, have a relationship, right? And then marriage, right? So you're being honest about those things. But tell me, is it also a thing, are people specifically honest, or how can I say this? Are they really putting down things that they're really looking for in that mate? Like for me, if I was out there, and of course, now this point in life, I pray that never happens. But if I was out there, because I'm in the fitness, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm in the health big time, and I'm, and this is the lifestyle that I live, and this is the things that I want to do, and I want somebody that wants those things also. But also, one of the things I love about my wife, my woman, is she's so personable, has so much personality.
Yes.
She's so intelligent. She's so invested in her intelligence, how she's gotten educated, how she's, she's done this, how she moves. Those things that I love about her. Well, I'd want that if we weren't together or just something happened, I'd want that in another young lady. Mm-hmm. And then I'm not, for me, I'm not looking for a young lady. I'm looking for somebody who has, those attributes. Mm-hmm. And like I said, and big time about the fitness thing and health thing, but maybe in their late 40s, 50s and up. Is that a real thing to say? Would you put that in the dating app?
The gym thing is definitely a big thing. You should definitely put, I would say, you should definitely put hey, I like the gym. I like somebody that works out. Mm-hmm. I like to work out. Mm-hmm. It consumes my life a little bit. Some people are gym rat. They go to the gym every single day. Mm-hmm. And it's it might be in the middle of the day, it might be for 3 hours. That's what they like to do. Mm-hmm. So those people definitely, I would say definitely, because most of those people don't want to date anybody that doesn't go to the gym.
Right. They're not into fitness, about being healthy, and for me, that's a big thing. Now, well, I won't
put on there. I would put on there. I'm not really not a gym goer. Mm-hmm. I don't.
Right.
I don't like exercising.
Right.
You should put that on there. I love to. Personally, I like to work out.
And I think, like you said, just because if I was going to be out here in a relationship, I don't think I want to be with someone who has no desire to, because I just look at, for me, as I've learned, health as well over the years, and what it's done for me, what it continues to do for me, what I've looked at, say the history of my family, looking at the men in my family who, I'm not gonna say, I don't want to say unfortunate, but I'm the only man in my family. Throughout the history, look at my father, grandfather, my cousins, no one really is into fitness.
Fitness, okay.
And they've done well as they're younger, but as they get older, that's when the issues come, because they didn't do it when they were younger. And I can't stress to them, man, they know what I do, but I'm never on them about, you should do this and you should do that. If you don't do this, this is what's going to happen, because that's their life.
Right.
But like I said, in a mate, I want that. I want somebody who's concerned about that.
It's important. To me, it's important. I definitely feel like things like that is definitely important. You said you like somebody with a big personality. Mm-hmm. That's something nice to put on your bio. Hey, I'm shy. I need somebody to balance my shyness. I need somebody with personality. Don't if you shy, get off my page.
Right? Yeah.
If you're shy, you're not talking. Just go ahead and just go on ahead, because I don't want that. I need balance.
Yeah. If you don't, if you're somebody, like you said, they're shy or they're introverted, that's fine. But being with me, like you said, for you, but being with people like us who are personable. Now, I don't just jibber jabber, but I love people, and I love conversation. I love the opportunity to learn people, right? But you don't get that by sitting over in the corner.
Yeah, I would call myself an antisocial extrovert. No, I'm joking. But I choose who I talk to. I'm not the type of extrovert that just everybody, this is me. But once I see people, I will talk to strangers, but it just has to be the right time and right place. So if I feel like it.
And the right vibe.
Yes, but I am an extrovert. Yeah, I am. But I'm just not the one that just,
Yeah, so but all of those qualities can be listed there.
Yes, you can type up something meaningful. You know, go back to those English classes, writing classes in high school, and just sit there and type up something meaningful. And don't just be like, oh, I like cats. Right. But that's important.
Yeah,
because I don't like cats.
I'm not a
for
cat
real.
person.
So you know,
like, not swipe right. Yeah, swipe right.
No, swipe left.
She fine, but she got 2 cats.
She got 2.
Oh no, ain't gonna work.
She got cats and she liked them to cook with her.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Well, hey, but nothing against cat people.
Nothing against cat people.
Just that.
I'm just a dog person. Yeah, I mean, cats are cool. You know, you don't have to take care of them.
Yeah,
they don't bark.
Right. They don't bark. Exactly. Yeah.
They don't bark. They take themselves to the bathroom. They're a lot less responsibility. If you just want an extra person around the house, a cat is definitely your option.
But also the dogs, my dogs, most dogs, they don't jump up on the kitchen counter.
No, they don't do that. See, it's always, you know, the cat that got 9 lives. You know, y'all wanted something, and not for me, but you know.
You.
I mean, the ones that look like actual like wild cats are pretty cool. The ones that like actually look like tigers and stuff, those are pretty cool looking.
Yeah, but those are man eaters. We're on the food chain with them, so I don't want to know. When people got them, I'll be like, "You got what at your house?" No, I'll make them over. No.
Someone just got a cat.
Huh?
Shayla, our close friend, his niece's partner just got a cat.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, I ain't gotta go. Yeah, that's just got a cat yesterday. Stay friends.
Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, you know.
Not
if you're a cat person, put that on there.
Yeah.
I got a cat. Okay. That was another pop of the balloon thing. The man was like, oh, you got cats?
Pop. Yeah. So he was straight up with it. Yeah. You got cats? No, ain't doing the cats.
I'm not doing it. And then, not doing it. Stand on it. He tried to renege it back. He was like, you know, I'm allergic to cats. That's why I said that. I'll take some medicine if you worked it. And she was like, nah. Yeah. And he was like, dang. You know, but stand on it. If you don't like cats, it's okay. You don't like cats, like, pop that. Because her cat, she was a veterinarian, too.
Oh,
she was a vet. So she coming home. She was like, I come home smelling like every animal. Like I see animals. Okay. Like you need to like animals. Like
I knew a young lady that I guess you kind of sort of we dated, and she worked at a veterinarian's office. Mm-hmm. And I remember a couple times. Now we didn't live together or nothing, but a couple times I guess I caught up with her after work, and yeah, you could catch that aroma. Yeah. You know, and I was like, but there was no serious thought in the shit. Maybe I only saw. I think I went to where she worked one time for something and meet her for something, and then maybe one time we were gonna do something. You know, and she, I think before that she was saying, well, I'm getting a shower and then we're gonna go. Right?
Yeah, I can't do people. I can't date people with smells. Like the veterinarian, I can't do it. Like I work at Red Lobster. The smell like seafood, you know, like I work at a crab boil place. I don't know, things like that, or Burger King. My very first job in high school was Burger King. I hated the way I smelled, so I was like, oh no, I cannot ever date anybody that has like work someplace where it like sticks to them like that.
Right. Yeah, and like you said, it that's just part of those things that are personal for you, you know. But you also, I think, in a relationship, certain things you do. And you see that
like a plumber. I don't know if I can do it, because I would just take all. If I dated a plumber, you know, I'm gonna have a garage with a shower in there.
Right. Well,
take a shower. Take a shower before you even come in the house. Right. Take the shoes off. I don't want no sewage tracks in the house.
Right. Like, you know, and see, but that's kind of the compromise you make, because it maybe, you know, the plumber doesn't specifically say who they are. It doesn't categorize or doesn't define who that person is.
Yes.
Okay? That's just what they do to make their money. Yes. You know, so, but you got to look at when you get started, like you said, the veterinarian person and the plumber, they kind of in a different categories.
But honestly, I feel like if you've dated enough, you kind of know what people run away from. Or people, like, if you talk to them like, oh yeah, I do this, I do that, and they kind of like, it's always the same thing. If you're a person and you literally date 5 people or 3 people consecutively, and it was one thing about you that they're backing up towards, you probably should put that on the page. Right. Like, hey, I'm a plumber, and somebody, you just notice that everybody that you try to date don't like plumbers. Don't like that. Put it on your page. Right. That way, if anybody come into there, boom, you know that they read your bio and they knew that they didn't care.
Right. Right.
Which is nice, you
Right.
know. It's like I'm gonna put my let's let that. This one guy, you know, I don't understand like the race thing, but this one guy, he's Asian, and he grew up in a dominantly Caucasian area, and like the girls will be like, oh, you know, they'll say things like, oh, you're cute for an Asian, or they'll never take him really seriously because he's Asian. Put on there that you're Asian. I mean, you have pictures out there, you know, on the dating app, so it's different, but. Asian, you know, if you feel like that's important, you want somebody to accept you for your culture, put it on there. You know, some races sometimes don't look. You don't know what they are. You know, like a white and Asian person, they can be mixed, and you might not know that. You know, stuff like that, or a Dominican person could look black. Like, hey, I speak a whole nother language. You know? So, things like that. Just things that make you stand out, things that make you you should put on there. Things that you're not ashamed of, and you don't want your partner to be ashamed of, you should put it on there.
But overall, what you came to find, and then, you know, being, you know, millennial, and your friends, and the things you all talk about, you've come to find that dating apps, you know, are legit. Yes, there's some people on there that are a little nefarious and don't really put who they are, what they're about on there. But in general, what you find is they're legit, but what you also refer to and say, you know, to do is to be honest. And then to be specific. And you can't see, like I said, I've never done a dating app, so I can't say, you know, is there a place to put those notes? Well, you do know. And you said you can put everything there that you think is important. And if you want to lay it all out so people know exactly who they're dealing with, you
like
can
an entrepreneur. If you're an entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur. I thought that was important because some people run away from entrepreneurs. They don't. Some people don't really want to date somebody that's free all day or that can be free all day. You know, because they feel like they can't relate. There might be jealousy there if they're clocking into a 9 to 5 all day. That's
a whole other conversation.
Yeah. So like, you know, so with things like that. So it's like, you know, or they might. Some people think entrepreneurs don't got money. They might think like, oh, you're an entrepreneur, you don't got no job. Which is not true. You know, you just do what gives you, you know. So things like that. That's
another conversation. You know?
So,
but go ahead.
Yeah. So I made sure that I put on. I'm an entrepreneur. I do hair. Yeah, I work for myself. I don't answer nobody.
And it's something, again, you know, several of these topics that you brought to this one topic. It's very interesting. And this last one, we're going to have a conversation.
Yes.
Because I would, you know, I can see why some people might look at that as a negative. But you got to think, if they're an entrepreneur, and again, if you're out with them, and generally what happens, what it's supposed to be, a man takes a woman out, right? So he's paying the bill. How's he paying the bill if he broke? Why is he even going on a date if he broke? So you got to give him a minute or her to say, okay, this is what I do. You know, look at what their lifestyle is. And again, if you guys going to hang together a little bit, you're going to find out pretty quick because the representative ain't going to last. You'll find out, do they live at home with their parents? Are they driving a hoopty? Are they, you know, they on the bus?
If you're on the dating app for more than a week and you don't have their actual social media or their phone number, or you're only talking to them a week straight on the app, cut it off. Because that don't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Like, if you met them on the app and they like you, I think, hello. I'm sorry. I'm going to ask you. I'm like, what's your Instagram? I need to see if you a bot or not. Like, if you real. Because my man, I literally asked, I said, my first question on there, when it was like, oh, we matched. I said, oh, okay. And I said, you look like somebody's daddy. How many kids you got? And he thought that was funny. He was like, I don't have any kids.
That was straight up those songs.
Just like, he's like, oh, you're funny. But I'm just like, I'm serious. Like, how many kids you got? Because, I mean, you 40.
Straight to the point. Honest.
Yeah, I love that he didn't judge me.
Out on the table.
Yes, and I'm like, okay, I was myself, and he didn't judge me. He didn't, like, you know, get offended or get weird. He just laughed at it and was like, I don't have any.
And that was a nice icebreaker too. That was all right. Well, I think we're going to end today.
Yes, this is a great conversation. This is
thank you, the real chat.
The real chat.
Thanks. Have a great one.
All right, see y'all.
Peace.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah, we got to write that one down about entrepreneur.